For those who don't know, in Brookhaven I can type several secret commands that do totally hidden things. But today, I want to check with you all the secret commands I can use in the Roblox chat. So for that, I called my friend, but he's here just talking to a basketball player. This player said, "I bet you can't beat me, loser." And guys, he's talking bad about my friend. I don't know why this is happening, but I'm coming right here to test all the secret commands. And I need my friend to come here to the car. But he's looking back here, and he said, "I can't go." He insulted me for no reason. And apparently the two are going to play basketball. So much so that he picked up this ball, and now he has to score here. Now he threw the ball in this direction, and he simply missed. And my friend did really badly. But now it's the other player's turn, and even I want to see if he's going to make it. But suddenly the platform started to rise, and that's not fair, because he's at a higher level than my friend was. So he threw it right here, and apparently he ended up scoring. And that was really unfair. But my friend came right here, and said, "Let's test the secret commands. There's no way to beat him." Look, actually I can do both. I can test the secret commands and also beat this player, because what he did was unfair. He said, "You're really bad. You'll never beat me." And I don't know why he's saying that, since I don't even know him. But he gave me this ball, which means I'm going to prove to him that I'm really good. But suddenly the platform went down, and even so, I'm going to beat him. So I got right here, and now I threw the ball back here, and you can see that I ended up scoring, which means I'm sure this player is really mad. But now he got really scared, and I'm going to take this moment to test the secret Brookhaven commands, because there are a lot of them, but I'm going to have to test as many commands as possible. And if I type this command in the chat, you can see that this is what happens. It's a totally secret animation. And even my friend showed up here, and he's testing secret animations. He also knows some secret commands if he types specific things in the chat. And if I type this command, I'm going to use exactly this animation, and I'm sure he's really happy. But the other player showed up here, and he said, "I bet you can't beat my friend. He's way better than you." And guys, this player lost, and now he's calling his friend. But he can call his friend, because I'm definitely going to win. But this player came out of the bathroom, and it really looks like he's a basketball player, because he's really tall and has a very specific avatar. Now even this player is laughing at me, because he thinks his friend is going to beat me. But I'm not going to let him win. My friend said, "Wait, he's really good. Give up and let's test the secret commands." Look, I can't give up no matter what. Now both of them are here to watch our game happen. But he already grabbed the ball. And he said, "Are you ready to win?" And I don't know why he said that. And he thinks I'm going to win. He said, "You shouldn't think you're going to win, because you're going to lose." And this player is also kind of weird. But let's start the game now. He's going to have to throw the ball up here. But guys, he started spinning, and I don't know what he's doing. And suddenly he threw the ball, and incredibly he scored. And that's impressive. He managed to score after spinning a lot. This player is really a pro, and I'll probably lose this. But my friend turned around and is looking at me, and he said, "You have to win and also test the secret commands." And that's true. Every time I score a point, I'm going to test the secret command, because it makes more sense to do both at the same time. So I'm aiming here, and I'm sure I'm going to score this. But the player came up front, because he wants to block it. But I ended up scoring and managed to get the first point. That was actually pretty easy. So I'm going to write here in the chat a secret command, and I can type this command and put a number, and I'll basically get several animations. I can use this other really interesting animation, and if I put the number 3, I look like this. But if I use some very specific animations on the right, like the handcuff animation, I look like this. I start dancing in a really cool way. I can also raise my hands like this, and this animation is really perfect. And even he is looking over here, and he also started dancing in Roblox. And I knew this player was a good guy, but his boss stood up to say something. He said, "Stop, there are enemies." And I don't know why he's saying that, but it's really weird. He's arguing with the student just because he became our friend. So much so that unfortunately this player became our enemy again. Now his boss went back there just to watch the game happen. But now it's his turn to score, and I hope he misses this and doesn't get the point, because I need to beat him. So he threw it, and apparently he ended up scoring again. That's really impressive. He manages to score everything. He said, "Teach me the secret commands, please." Look, I can only do that every time I score a point. So I'm going to score a point here, but this time I'm going to use a very different animation on the right. Perfect! I made a jump, and now I'm sure I'm going to hit it. And I really did! That was just too easy. And if I type exactly this command in the chat, I'll look exactly like this. But if I type this other command, I'll also look like this. And there really are a lot of secret commands you can use in Roblox. And guys, even he got really surprised by that. But this player stood up here and apparently placed new chairs so both of them can come here. So now it's his turn to make the shot. And this is the last time he's going to play, because it's the 3rd time. And if he scores this, it means I could lose if I miss. But it looks like he gave up, and suddenly he just gave up doing it. He said, "I don't want to beat him. He's my friend." But his boss stood up here and said, "If you don't win, you'll be banned from here." Look, I don't know what to do, because they're arguing, and this player doesn't want to beat me. But now he's going to throw it here, and apparently he missed on purpose. He threw the ball right here. So now it's my turn to score, and I just have to make it once to win. But guys, I can't beat him, so I'm also going to miss this on purpose. I threw the ball right there, because I don't want to beat him and I want this to be a tie so he won't be banned from here. But his boss came right here and simply banned him. That's really unfair. The player just got banned from here just because the game ended in a tie. He said, leave here and tell him he's no longer welcome here. And that player is weird. So I'm coming over here to pick up the player and his boss is coming back down here. And what happened was sad. But I'm getting here to pick him up and it looks like he's in this area. And now he's going to get in here, but it looks like he's happy again. He said, let's test the secret commands. And I really want to do that. So I'm coming up here in front, but suddenly I found a secret block. There's just a block lying here. And if I walk over it, nothing special happens. But I can move this block, so I'm going to take it up here. But I can't do it. In fact, the player got out of the car and he grabbed this car. So I'm going to let him drive this and move that Roblox block because it's probably possible to move it. But he couldn't do it. And actually the block is under the car, just being dragged up here. This block is really weird because it's a secret block that's being taken this way. But I'm following the block and you can see it's right here and it's being dragged behind. I don't know where this block came from, but it's really strange. So the player is coming back here and I didn't understand what he's doing. But now he got out right here and he said, I'm going to clean the streets. Bye. And it looks like he's leaving just to clean these Roblox streets. And I'm going to let him do that. But that's really weird because the streets are dirty. But now I want to test more secret commands that I'm sure you don't know. So I'm coming to this area because I want to test the commands here. So much so that my friend is down here to watch the secret commands. But actually he's looking back here because there's a player who's apparently playing soccer and he really scored a goal and he knows how to play soccer really well. But up here I'm going to type exactly this command and I'll do this secret animation, which is a really interesting one. He said, let's play soccer with him. Look, but I was playing basketball earlier and I'm not in the mood to play another sport again because just a while ago I was here and my friend wants me to play soccer. But apparently he's coming here, maybe to help this player because he's going to be the goalie. But it looks like he's going to play here and he doesn't know how to play this right. So much so that he kicked the ball back here. And it's impressive how badly this player plays. I don't know how he manages to play so badly, but he kicked the ball up here and my friend blocked it, but actually it went in. And he really got happy. He said, I finally won once. And I don't know what he's training for. I said, who are you training to play against? But he came right here and he said, look at the school's soccer field. And apparently he's talking about this school, which has a lot of lights here. But guys, I see a player here and apparently he wants to play soccer. But I noticed he's really good at the game. So much so that he has this picture of Cristiano Ronaldo. And it looks like this player wants to beat him. Look, that's impossible. But he seemed really surprised because I said that in Roblox. But that's not what I meant. I said, you can beat him, but you have to train a little more. And I'm encouraging him to beat that other player. Now he's back to training and he's going to have to score another goal and beat my friend. But he played again here and my friend missed the save again. But now he's going to play again and my friend laid on the ground and that's going to be a bit harder. Now he kicked the ball up front and this time my friend saved it. And incredibly, this time he actually saved it. But guys, this time I want to play and I want to block that ball the same way. Now he's going to play here, and I simply saved it, but this time he laid down, and it looks like the ball is flying at him, and I don't know how he did that. That's really impressive. The ball is bouncing on his head, and it looks like he's going to play it. So I have to block this, but I couldn't block it in time. Now it looks like he's going to play again. He kicked it up front, and I didn't block it. I'm really playing badly, so I'm going to let my friend play. But if I type this other command in the chat, I'm going to laugh like this, and I can also type this other command, and I'll just wait. But there's a secret command that I'm sure you've never seen before. If you type this command, I'll use exactly this animation, which you probably didn't know about, but you need to have that animation equipped in Roblox. Now it looks like he's playing again, and I don't know how he did that move. He kicked the ball up front, and my friend has to block it, but he didn't manage to. Now the ball teleported, and it looks like he kicked it again, and my friend just blocked it. I really think he's already ready to compete against that other player. But if I type this other command in the chat, I'll use this secret animation that all players have in Roblox. And if I type this other command, I'll look like this. I'm totally glitched. But guys, the player started doing that move again and just kicked it up front, but my friend saved it. My friend has really improved a lot. But if I type this secret command, I'll look like this. And I see him playing this sport, and it looks like my friend wants me to come over. So I'm going to try to block the shot he's about to make. So he kicked it up front, and I just couldn't block that ball because I'm flying. But actually this works pretty well. I can take the ball wherever I want. I'll even type this other command, and maybe this will work better. I'm carrying the ball up front, but this isn't working very well. He even came over here and is also playing with the ball. But when he's lying down, he can guide the ball, and he's taking the ball up front, and he's really ready for the Roblox competition. So I'll have to take him there. Now he's going to have to get in here. So I'm coming over to pick up my friend because he's coming with me too. Now we're heading up front, but I'm going to get there in a different way. I'm coming this way, but this is going to be really hard because I can't fall in this part. So I'm getting up here, but unfortunately it didn't work and I couldn't get in the way I wanted. But now I got right here because I want to see the player playing. And he's coming to this part, and now the real match is about to start. But I don't know how this is going to work. And that player said, you have to score 3 penalty goals. Now it looks like he's going back there to start the game. And apparently he's going to start as the goalkeeper. So he came right here, and he's probably ready to win this. And he just has to score this goal. So now he's going to shoot here, and this player has to win this. But he couldn't block it, and he just lost the first round. But now it's our friend's turn to block, while the other player is going to kick. And guys, our friend laid on the ground because he already knows how to do this properly. Now he kicked the ball forward, and the player just blocked it. He really played well and managed to block it. Now it's the other player's turn to block, and I want to see how this goal turns out. So he kicked it forward, but he couldn't block it. And this player is getting mad, and he can't believe he's losing to our friend. But our friend is doing really well, and now it's the last chance for him to win the game. And if this player misses, our friend will get another chance to win, and I want to see who's going to be the winner this time. But he laid on the ground, and this other player also laid down, so he discovered the secret technique, but he kicked it forward, and our friend blocked it. He really managed to block it, and now it's the final round, and I'm going to take advantage of them getting ready, and I'll test another secret command before the final play starts. So now he's waiting for me over there, but if I type this other command, I'll use this animation, and now I came back here, and later I'll test more secret commands, and now I want to see who's going to win this. But the goalkeeper laid down because he discovered the secret technique, and he's ready to beat my friend. So much so that my friend started doing a technique to beat this player in Roblox, and I don't know if he's going to be able to win, but he kicked it forward, and he just couldn't block it. Guys, my friend managed to win, and that's really impressive. So much so that this player got really mad and just left the game. Our friend managed to win against the best player of all. But now I'm going to test another secret command. If someone is sending too many messages, you can type this command and put the player's name, and you won't get messages from that person anymore. And if there are too many messages in the chat, just type this other command, and the messages will disappear like it's magic. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.